Hi, so this is for discussion number 8. First, I'll talk about the movie vision and what I noticed from Hildegard. First of all, they show that she was not just a magistra, but she was also shown caring for patients and people in the cloister who had fallen ill. And in that, I saw that she cared for the whole person, and something that she mentioned multiple times throughout the film was that you have to care for not just the body, and she said that you heal the soul first and the body follows. And that was something that I got from this movie that that I thought was important. Also, I thought she was able to be present with people, with her patients and also the other nuns in the cloister, and showing that she had a passion for the life that she was living and what she was doing, and being present in what they had to tell her. Something else that I learned from this movie, or I noticed from this movie, was how patient she was, and she showed patience, even from starting in such a young age at the cloister, to learn all the rules and how everything works. Also, when she took on her daughter, Ricardus, and she had patience in teaching her the ways of the cloister and how grooming her to potentially be a future magistra also. Also, she showed patience when she started her own cloister with her other sisters, and building it from the ground up, and how even though it was hard work and she knew it was going to take a long time, she showed patience and really paid attention to what was going to be important for that. And the last thing I want to talk about was glory as it applied to Hildegard, and she made a point to show that she wanted all the glory for everything that she did to be for Christ, who was, speaking to her during those visions, and that she wanted to share her visions so that people could have a better faith. And she was accused many times of wanting fame and glory for herself. But in everything she did, I think she was a good spiritual character. Next, I'll talk about the stories from Sweet. And the things that impacted me while reading this was presence and being present with our patients. And the story that I liked about presence was when they thought they had lost Mr. Tam, and he opened his eyes and looked at Sweet, and how she felt his presence. And if he can affect her with just a look, that surely we can be present with our patients in a way that's more than what we're saying or what we're doing for our patients. Next, I wanted to talk about attention. And I liked the story of the Filipina nurse who remembered all these neat little details about people and what their favorite foods were, and what their kids liked, and when their anniversary was and stuff. But I think that's something that we can learn to pay attention to our patients and notice what they're feeling, what their facial expressions like, or what their personality is, that we could have a better relationship and thus better outcomes with them. Lastly, I wanted to talk about participation and how we can being more open to participating in our patients' care can have a better impact on them. And how I think they mean participation means more than just seeing them, getting a history, performing an exam, and coming up with a treatment plan, that it's really making sure they understand and coming up with something that's doable for them and something that you believe and that you have worked with the patient together to come up with. Thanks.